Greetings everyone, and Grade here of another God of War 2 replay. Spawn on the north side as the biggest and the strongest with KaleMofo. Spawn on the south side as the Farseer. We have Sostenes. Sostenes? Tennis. Sostenes. I have no idea. It seems like a relatively simple name to pronounce, but I can never pronounce even the most simple of names. Looks like the orcs are wearing the pirate hats. That's the pirate hat one, right? Yeah, pirate hats. Got one squad of shooters. No additional squads here. No additional shooters. No additional sluggers. That's a little bit unusual. We got a second guardian squad. That's pretty standard. So maybe he's going for energy based. He may be eyeing for some early storm boys. Or maybe Ludas. Probably storm boys. Guardians pushing the way. Guardian weapons. Guardian squads are going to push the way forward, engaging the sluggers. Sluggers can't win out, especially when the Howling Banshees are nearby. Requisition point will be claimed, and looks like the left side of the map will be heavily in favor towards the Eldari player, thanks to the fact that the extra squad out in the field. There's going to be a lot of capping pressure. One power generator has been deployed and out. He is eyeing for something relatively big. Does deploy out another power generator now. Stormboy should be on the queue relatively soon. Guardians are going to be falling back away from the Warboss. Over here we got the sluggers now advanced towards the map. We do have the Storm Boys now on the build queue, as well as the Guardian Weapons team. And the Guardian Weapons team is going to be a horrendous option at this point in time, because with the Storm Boys on the build queue, the Storm Boys are able to close the gap no problem. Guardians and Howling Banshees are in this region. Farseer hasn't charged in just yet, and no upgrades on the Farseer, no upgrades on the Warboss either. No power generators deployed out here just so far, and we've got all power generators deployed out by the orcs. Guardians weapon teams pushing his way forward. Storm Boys can easily counter them. Sorry about that. Orcs starting to make their way towards the left side of the map. Right side of the map has been captured by the Eldari players. Went down the wrong throat when I was drinking my soda. Best way to fix that is more soda. Two Guardian weapon teams are here, or Guardian squads. One is upgraded to battle equipment, which will allow access to the plasma grenade, which can be useful versus the Storm Boys, and Sluggers, and Shooters. Pain Boy has been deployed now, so he has a medic to support his Storm Boys, and his Warboss, and everything else in general. Guardian weapon team has been set up there. Pain Boy will get suppressed first, so does the Warboss. Storm Boy is going to be jumping on in very shortly. The entire force here got suppressed. The Pain Boy does heal himself, but the Pain Boy needs to fall back. And prone to being wiped at the moment. He does have some health regen on himself, but the Pain Boy needs to keep his distance. The Pain Boy is severely vulnerable, especially to the Howling Banshees, but does fall back in time, avoids the plasma grenade. Guardian's team are forced on back. Guardian weapon team is falling back as well. Storm Boy's almost get wiped as well. A little bit of a missed engagement there by the Orc player, but he may claim himself a Howling Banshee. One more melee hit may get the kill there, does not, but the flavors in the region can't take out the power generators. One of the power generators do go down as these shooters and the flamers, burners are starting to get some great hits on the next power generator. The power generator does go down there now. And now the shooter's being upgraded with the Knob Leader to support with this Daka upgrade. Or big shooters. Let's get those mixed up because the McBoy has the same weapon for called Daka. This power generator may go down. It's the old principle when the Farseer does time up with melee. He does time up with melee in time. It does couldn't do a force move in order to get any more shots in as well. So he does save the power generator, and the Guardians should perhaps take time to repair it up. Another power generator being deployed on down, as these forces are falling on back. No upgrades on the Warboss. We do have an upgrade there onto the Farseer, the Armor of Fortune. And now the Guardians team is going to be trying to deactivate this point. It'll take a bit of time, but should be able to get it. Though these forces may say otherwise. On the right side, we do have the Howling Badges captured at the right requisition point. Farseer charge sprinting on forward. The Guardian Weapon Team does find a good angle there. Storm Boys under this region can't or will jump on top of the Guardian Weapon Team. It does fall back nice and early. Point still not deactivated, far from it, and the Farseer does fall back nice and early, which will draw a bit of fire there, but nowhere near a chance of getting wiped. Hardly took any damage in the first place. She will regenerate her health even before she gets back home. The right VP has been captured by the Howling Banshees, as the central one is being captured up by the Storm Boys. Another power generator deployed here as well. York going for a heavy amount of power. Tier 2 on their build queue as well. You may be going straight for Tier 3 for some knobs. Or looted tank or something. Though Death Threat's also another possibility as well. Long story short, the game's in the Orcs player's court at the moment. The Farseer does have a lot of resource stockpiled up, but no Tier 2 researching. These forces are skirmishing around, maybe get some good work in. And now we do have another sticky bomb, plasma grenade right there, getting some great damage in. And these forces are falling on back. Storm Boys do force back the Guardian Weapon Team, preventing any source of pressure there, and the Pain Boy does get a nice amount of healing there. So overall, the Orcs units are staying quite healthy. I think that's Doctor. Alex is trying to charge on forward. Not as a good engagement. They do have those aspect of fleetness. And that point will get deactivated. More power generators could get bashed. He just needs to tap this one and it will go down. Guards Weapon needs to try to set on up at an angle, but he's just A moving it forward, not even A moving forward, so it does get spotted there. Burners are going to be burning the full health generator. And Storm Boys, there will not splash down the power generator there. Howling Banshees making their advance. Guardian Weapon Team trying to focus or rotate around with suppression there. And that generator does go down to the Burner's AoE effect. You may be able to burn the Howling Banshees with the heal and stay inside that garrison. Storm Boys will get suppressed there. And Howling Banshees will get some great damage in, but they're a little bit unsupported. The Farseer could use Armor of Fortune on top of Howling Banshees, but does not. The Howling Banshees making a forward retreat there. Prone to being actually fully wiped, does get fully wiped there. Now the Farseer will be falling back as well. Looks like it's going to be same up for Wraith Lord at the current rate. A Wraith Lord wouldn't be half bad idea. Could upgrade a Shuriken Cannon, but leaving it unupgraded for Bright Lance later on could be another possibility. And that point is being captured up by the Guardians. And this Guardians, it's been in this garrison for quite some time, hasn't it? Now it's like a great garrison to be in. Also, most of the time, garrisons not be good to be in at any point in time. But now we've got the Death Dread now stomping his way forward, trying to use the burners, but there's nothing here to burn. On the right side, Warboss does force back the Guardian squad. Now we've got the Wraith Lord now advancing. He could reactivate that power point in order to get some more energy, as well as deploy out some more power generators. He definitely does need it. Looks like the Warboss is being upgraded to the Power Claw. Now Death Threat's making his way forward. We got the Shooters, Burners, and the Storm Boys coming to support, as well as the Pain Boy. The Orc's going to be pushing again towards the power generator. Since he's not really making a good job contesting the field, he's going to just go straight for the power generators, so they don't exist anymore. This Guardian Squad does not have the battle equipment, so no Plasma Grenade, which would be pretty decent right there. Guardian Equipment team does find a good angle here, suppressing these forces. Storm Boys, however, do jump on in. Advance with the Knob Leader. He does have the Stun Strike. Guardian Weapon team does fall back as well. Pain Boy did receive quite a bit of fire there. The Guardian Squad could potentially get wiped out, but wasn't paying attention. Tank Busters do get a volley off onto the Wraith Lord, doing some damage. And then we do have the Wraith Lord now make his advance, trying to engage these Burners, trying to get the ball back in the game. Able to decapture and push those push these points over here is quite important. But the Farseer does manage to start capturing these right points without any sort of retaliation, which is very important because the resources are a bit low for the Farseer. In terms of the energy, she needs to get out another power generator. Plasma Grenade is thrown. Good damage there on the Shooters, forcing back entirely. Tank Busters and Death Threat here should be more than enough to take on the Wraith Lord and the Power Claw as well as the Warboss. The Wraith Lord can't stay there for too long. We do have a Bright Lance now deployed on out, so no more suppression, but does have more dedicated anti-vehicle. And now the Death Threat's going to be stomping away. Tank Busters forces back the Wraith Lord as well. Warboss does receive some fire there. The Farseer does make her withdrawal. The power point has been captured by the Orc player as well. The Warboss has a lot of resources stockpiled up, while the Farseer needs energy. Death Threat has received quite a bit of fire there. The Sluggers are back at home for repairs. And speaking of repairs, we do go to Scott Gretchen's. Gretchen's is being upgraded to repair crew ability, or upgrade. Allows them to build turrets and repair buildings and vehicles for 10 health per second. On the left side, we've got the Storm Boys capturing some more points as the Farseer does capture this as VP. The VP, so there's a triple capture in favor of the Eldari player, and the Eldari player has a lot of VPs and a lot of tickets over his opponent. And that margin is actually increasing rather than decreasing.
I think this is important.
Maybe the Gretchen's going to be deploy out a turret over in this region, helps clear this area. There is a stealth webway assembly. Are Gretchen's good stealth detectors? Does try and deactivate that point there. Guardians pushing the way forward, engaging the Shooters. As these Guardian squads are advancing as well, maybe trying to engage those Tank Busters. The webway assembly has not been spotted, which actually is very important, so anything can pop out, quickly capture the point, and back away. And he crushes his shield generator just deployed down.
Look who captured the victory place! Speed!
This was going to make the way forward. The burners and the howling benches will be digging over, as well as move out the painboy in the region, which could heal up the burners. Wraithlord's in the mix as well, receiving some fire, but not a massive amount. Hit the burners who receive a help there, and now we've got some more spiders engaging the tank buster. Perhaps need to teleport over here to get a better angle to avoid this stuff. Draft Dread is almost down. One more Wraithlord Bright Light shot will take it out. And the Wraithlord itself also goes down as well, so both of them lose their vehicle. Burners can quickly deal with the Bright Lance. Bright Lance may be left up to dry as Farseer in the back line gains good damage in. Bright Lance does fully go down. Minor losses, not any vehicles left from the shoot at, but looks like one of the Guardian squads went down as well. Farseer is still in the mix, trying to get some good damage there onto the shooters. Farseer will manage to escape on out of there. Farseer does have 2 power generators being deployed out now, but the burners will make short work of them. They have a guardian weapon team and the Howling Banshees right here. The Warboss is pushing his way forward. Looks like the Howling Banshees is going to be engaging the Warboss. Burners going to be put in the mix as well. Looks like it's going to be engaging the burners first. And the Force Spiders are getting some great damage in. The Howling Banshees do fall back, does lose the leader. It does do a short range teleport there, getting some good damage there on the Warboss. Guardians trying to get some damage into the Warboss as well. The Farseer could push into the mix. Goes to Plasma Canada Tree Path, but it's the Warboss. It's not likely to get their kill anytime soon. So it's over 200 health remaining. North got a lot of forces. The Russians are in the mix as well. And we do have the Farseer capture the victory point. This may alert them to the fact that Webway assemblies in the region. And now we've got a Knob squad. Upgrade the Knob leader as well as the big Ammers. Or huge Ammers. Starting to make their way forward, charging forward as well. Howling Banshees would not be able to do much versus the Knobs. It has the Painboy. Nope, has not been upgraded the cybernetic implant to get these Knobs a permanent upgrade.
We've got 100 points left.
The Orc is bleeding out. The Dory player is doing a good job at playing the VP game. Still has not found this Webway assembly. This is what keeping the Eldari player in this game for much longer than she should have. He does get us spotted because there is the Knob leader there for spotting purposes. Power generators now under siege once again, now include the support of the Burners and Pinkbusters and the huge Ammers. Guardian Squad could try to just generally move forward to get some more damage on these groups, but won't really accomplish all too much. At this one time, it may be a good idea for the Farseer not to deploy out any more power generators, because not likely it's going to pay any dividends long enough to stay up for long enough for any dividends. Farseer and the Storm Boys now engaging at melee, and now the Farseer will get overwhelmed. And the Storm Boys being upgraded with the Knob leader. PowerPoint is going to be decaptured. Howling Banshee is picking away against these generators as well. And the Webway assembly was not actually cleaned up. Even though he had it started, it didn't get cleaned up. Warp starters are making their way forward. The tank busters are falling back.
You can turn around.
Another generator does go down for the Orc player, but the Orc player probably has plenty of power for the rest of the game. Yep, and whatever passive amount of power he gets from, oh, so it has a generator over here, that's going to be more than enough power for the sustaining from the rest of the game. The other player is saving up quite a bit of resources, doesn't have tier 2, maybe another squad of Warp Spiders being in order, something long-range firepower wouldn't hurt. A Falcon would not hurt either, something to skirmish around. And these forces are going to get overwhelmed, no problem. Howling Bench does use Fleet of Foot to escape on out of there as well with the Warp Spiders.
It's a whole pile of them. Can we get to killing?
Guardian Squad will be capturing some points. And the Gretchens are making their way forward. The Gretchens are not exactly a durable squad. Another Wraith Lord being deployed now, so that's going to be the last investment of energy for the Farseer for the rest of the game, likely. And the Webway Assembly Webway Gate has been gone down here. Got a fresh one deployed on out, but it gets cast with rocks. Bit overkill, but it will take out the Webway Gate. And the Farseers, or the Howling Mages, will capture up that point, but the Warp Swords are forced to withdraw because they received a lot of rocks there, and they're going to consume the rest of the energy for the game for reinforcement cost. Wraith Lord will take out the Gretchens, no problem, but no, the Gretchens will manage to stay alive. That one guy will start picking away with his handgun. And he does get splashed down there. I think he was actually hitting the Warboss. Wraith Lord's falling on back. Tank Busters get inside the garrison to avoid the Howling Banshees. He has to play out a second squad of Howling Banshees. Howling Banshees only consumes Requisition, which he does have plenty of. He has one Guardian Squad remaining for repairs as well, so the Wraith Lord isn't out of luck with that. Currently, the Guardians are not repairing up the Wraith Lord. And the Warp Spiders do get pushed on forward since there's no energy remaining for reinforcements. He has to use them somehow. And actually, the Adari player managed to capture up another VP, so he has 2 VPs at the moment, and the Orc player is counting down once again. But the Farseer gets ripped apart by the Hammers. Pinkbusters trying to avoid the Wraith Lord. The Knob Squad should be able to force back the Wraith Lord, no problem. Tankbusters won't be able to provide much more fire support. They're actually going to get gunned down by the Wraith Lord. If fires one block barrage there, he may have killed himself right there, actually. And the Wraith Lord will go down. So we got another Webway Gate over here. Farseer capturing the VP, so now right now the Orc player is counting down. As the central VP is also being captured up. There may be a brief moment where there's 2 VPs against the Orc player, but that's about it. And we've got this VP actually captured up by the Pain Boy. The Orc player has a lot of resources stored up. We may see Daisy. There's enough resources for Daisy, maybe just not population room. I forget the exact amount. I think it is 20. And Howling Bench is now falling on back. Ooh, the Farseer almost got wiped out there. Does have the Gravity Blade ability to grant a levitation ability, which is a long time stun around the Farseer herself. Knob Squad trying to pursue these Warp Spiders as they shoot to start engaging the group. Howling Bench do get a nice little shout there, suppressing these forces. But the Knobs, they're a melee unit. They rip apart one of those Howling Bench squads. The other one will escape on out there. That was the fresher one, so lost effectively with the first one. And the Knob Squad has all their models. Triple capture against the Adari player. The Adari player is trying to capture this point, but the Pain Boy says hello. The Pain Boy, of course, did not take the Hippocratic Oath. And that's why it allowed him to wipe out that Guardian Squad. Farseer is unable to capture that point as well. At this point in time, the Orc player just needs to camp 2 of the VPs at minimum. The Warboss is in the center of the map with the heavy armor, gaining a massive health pool of 2,000. And the Sluggish could just stay in this region. They may not know about the Webway assembly, but he just needs to camp 2 VPs and he wins. Howling Pantry Squad does go down. And it looks like the Eldari player has cast GG, ending the game. This is Great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.